What's up, wrestling fans? Welcome to episode number 202 of Smack Talk, presented by SmarkOutMoment.com. I am Tony Mango, your host of the panel, and joining me on this episode, I've got with me Mr. Mike Payton.
Hey!
Mr. Steven Wigo.
Hey!
Mr. Kalen Ferris.
You already know who it is.
And Mr. Sean Walker.
I'm back, bitches!
Woo! So, we've got a main event coming your way of Madison Square Garden predictions. We got our usual kind of stuff coming up in the other sections as well. Part 2 is going to be the hot tags. Part 3 is the rest hold break. Part 5 is going to be the fantasy league. And part 1, of course, as always, the wrestling trivia question of the week, otherwise known as the Ask Him. So, for those who are joining us for the first time and don't know what the Ask Him is, let me give you a little breakdown right now. It is a 2-question segment where both have some kind of tie-in together in some fashion. First question goes to the panel, second one goes to the audience. And before we get into this week's set of questions, we got to go back and talk about last week. So last week were Night of Champions questions. First one to the panel was, who has a perfect 3-0 record at Night of Champions? And that was Daniel Bryan, 2010, 2012, and 2013. Question to the audience, on the other hand, which wrestler from this year's event has an 0-2 record at Night of Champions? And there were two of them. One of them was Nikki Bella, who lost at 2014 and 2015, and Sin Cara, who lost in 2012 and 2015. A little tricky on the Sin Cara one because he lost and he wasn't the same Sin Cara, but still counts. So let's read who said what. Mark Swaby says, I'm guessing at Carlito. Nope, did not compete in this year's event. Whereas the show says, I think it may be Sin Cara because he lost in a tables match for the tag team titles at one point. If we were going with people on the actual pay-per-view, I will take a shot in the dark and say Jericho because I remember him losing the 6-pack elimination challenge match in 2010. Christopher Marin says, Nikki Bella 2014 and 2015. Declan Macri says, is it Sin Cara? Then gives a little emoji. I think that's like the squint laugh, crying kind of thing or whatever. I don't know. Watchman King says, I'm going to say Nikki because I don't know, and fuck the Bellas, why not? And hashtag Drew for host. Boo. Johnny Castaway says Ryback because fuck Ryback. Peter says Paige. And Silent One of Doom, who I didn't read last time, I completely skipped over his stuff last week, says, oh, I didn't even get a read? Is it because I guessed Sable? Maybe. Tony, you tricky SOB, it's the Dudleys, isn't it? Didn't they also lose on the final Nitro, or at least one of them? If, no, that doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna go with Sin Cara, also tricky. Fuck Lanny Poffo, fuck Byron Saxton, fuck Dolph the Homewrecker Ziggler, and fuck anyone who doesn't congratulate you on 200 shows. Good job, guys. Thank you, Silent Way to Doom, for that. This week's set of questions are gonna be Madison Square Garden related. So, question to the panel. What was the last match Brock Lesnar had in Madison Square Garden?
The Big Show.
Nope.
Kurt Angle?
Nope.
Oh, no, it was against Goldberg, wasn't it?
Yep. Goldberg, WrestleMania 20 in 2004.
Oh, wow.
I wonder why we forgot that match. I mean, it was such a fucking classic.
So the question to the audience, who is the last person Brock Lesnar defeated in WWE at Madison Square Garden? If you think you know the answer, or you want to just take a random guess, or you want to say something else for that matter, leave a comment below on YouTube, send a tweet at SmarkOutMoment with the hashtag AskHim, or leave a comment on the SmarkOutMoment page itself. Next week, I'll tell you the answer, and we'll run down anything that you guys say. And we're going to continue on in part 2 right now with the hot tags of the week, so stay tuned as Smack Talk will be right back.